What's going on guys, it's Suk and I am back with a brand new video on Super Duper Tech. Now in today's video I will be showcasing at least 10 features or changes that Apple have made in iOS 10. I will also have different videos coming out very soon which showcase the different changes in individual apps when compared to iOS 9. So subscribe to be notified when I upload those videos. So without any further delay, let's hit the titles. Now the first place in iOS 10 that Apple have made major changes to is the lock screen. Swiping to the right of the lock screen instantly displays some more widgets. Now these are in fact the same widgets that you would have got in Notification Center in iOS 9. And now a simple swipe to the left gives you instant access to the camera. Unlocking the device is still a very simple process. All you do is click on the home button, and if you do have an iPhone 5s or newer, the Touch ID sensor will unlock the device, and if you do have the iPhone 5 you will be prompted to enter your unlock code. The Messages app in iOS 10 has had a complete redesign. There are now different ways in which you can send your messages, and the first of these that I am showing you is with the actual speech bubble itself, and these can be used to emphasize what you are saying in context of your conversations. As well as adding emphasis on the speech bubble, you can add emphasis on the entire conversation. Now the first of these is to send it with some balloons, then some confetti. You also get the ability to send it with some lasers, as well as some fireworks and a shooting star. Once you have one selected, all you have to do is then press the send button. Now this effect will then appear on the other user's screen. Guys, just a quick question, what do you think about this new feature? Myself, I don't really see myself using it that much. Notification Center has also had a redesign. Now each of your new notifications do appear in a rounded off rectangle. If you do have an iPhone 6 or 6 Plus, there will be an option to 3D touch in Notification Center to clear all notifications. An addition to Notification Center is that we do have Spotlight Search. So now we can actually search for a specific app or a website and have it brought up to us in Notification Center. Also, the Control Center has had a significant redesign. I do also want to quickly mention that again, if you do have an iPhone 6s or 6s Plus, that the bottom toggles in Control Center, such as the flashlight or the camera application, is now 3D touch sensitive. This will now allow you to change aspects such as the brightness of the rear flashlight. I'm sure you will have noticed that there is no music controls. That is as they have their own separate page in Control Center, so swiping to the left does reveal these new options. Just like all the rumors had suggested, the music application has had a major redesign and is quite contextual. So when you do play a song, the actual album artwork does move in and out. So as you can see, when I press play, the actual size of the artwork does increase. The changes in the new music application haven't only been visual changes. Now when you're playing a song, you can actually scroll down and view the lyrics if you so wanted to. A feature that it seems that we have lost from the previous iOS 9 version of Apple Music is the Connect feature. Now this has been replaced by a new Browse tab. Now in this Browse tab, we can check what music is currently trending, any new music, created playlists, what music is top of the charts, as well as any music in new genres. An aspect of the previous version of Apple Music was that people did not know how to download music for offline listening, but now in the new version of iOS 10, you are prompted if you want to download the music automatically or if you don't want to download them. The radio tab has been redesigned also, with an emphasis more on your recently played radio stations as well as on the Beats One schedule. It's clear to me that on the now playing screen there is some missing features which we should hopefully see be implemented in the second beta. In this beta, Apple have also shortened down the amount of steps needed to search through Apple Music or your library for a specific song. The Mail app hasn't had many changes, but one of them that was noticeable is that we can now filter through our emails. As you can see from the screenshot on the right hand side, there was not a dedicated filter button in iOS 9. This now gives you the ability to filter through unread or flagged emails. Another big change that Apple have made to iOS 10 is the redesign of the Maps application. An issue that I've had with the iPhone 6 Plus was that all these search bars were towards the top of the screen, which sometimes getting to the top of that screen can be a bit of a pain in the bum. It now seems that Apple have finally listened and made the majority of the controls accessible by the bottom of the screen. As I said earlier, all the controls can be now found towards the bottom of the screen. So if you are looking to drive, walk, use public transport, or call for an Uber drive, you can do so with a lot more ease. Towards the bottom of the screen, by the search bar, you can now check to see what the weather is like in a said location. Features that we have seen from previous iterations, such as flyover, satellite mode, and transport directions, do still make a return. The news application has also had a significant redesign, but its core functionality is near enough the same. Guys, I've got another quick question. How many of you actually use the news application in iOS 9? And if you do, what do you think about the new redesign in iOS 10? Do you like it, or are you not a fan of it? I've not really heard many people mention this, but the health application in iOS 10 has also had a redesign when compared to iOS 9. Now, it does say that there is a video available to watch, but the video does not seem to be live right now. Now, I'm sure you guys will have already noticed, but towards the top of the health application, there are now 4 new squares. Now, the first I'm going to talk about is the sleep tab. Now, after using iOS 10 for a number of days, I can tell you that the sleep tab in the health application can be used in conjunction with a feature found in the new clock application. I am taking a guess that with the mindfulness app, applications such as brain training can be used to import their data to this tab so that you have a more of an understanding on how healthy your mind is. The nutrients tab can be used to track all of your nutrients that you are taking into your body. And the activity app is self-explanatory. It simply tracks how active you are through any given period of time. There are also different toggles which you can use to check out the results, such as your blood glucose levels. There is also a toggle for your reproductive health, so you can log down your menstruation cycle or how active you are sexually. There is a tab at the bottom of the screen which does also give you a day-by-day look at how well you are doing. You are able to also check out what sources are supplying you with this information, as well as a quick look at your medical ID. Both the App Store and the iTunes Store have not had any major redesigns, and they do function just as they would in iOS 9. I am still hoping that we do get at least a little bit of a redesign to both of these stores in maybe beta number 2, but as of right now, we do still have the same stores that we do in iOS 9. iOS 10 does now also give us the ability to delete some of the stock applications. Now, it is worth noting that we cannot delete all of the applications such as Safari or the App Store, camera, messages, or the phone application. Now, this is, of course, as these are the core functions of a smartphone. But applications such as notes, reminders, the weather can be deleted. Now, if you do want to reinstall them, you can also go to the App Store and re-download them. If you have ever used Google Docs, then I'm sure you will understand what it's like to collaborate on a piece of work with someone else in real time. And just like the aforementioned Google Docs, in the Notes application in iOS 10, we now have the ability to collaborate with someone else on a note. I do believe that this feature is going to be brought over to the likes of Keynote, Pages, and Numbers. This is as the Notes application is currently pretty limited in what you can do, at least when compared to the likes of Pages or Microsoft's Word. As I mentioned earlier, the clock application in iOS 10 has seen a dramatic redesign, and now we are greeted by an entirely dark and black look. And at the bottom of the screen there is a brand new tab called Bedtime. When you do click on this tab, you will be prompted to set an alarm, how many days you want this alarm to be set for, how many hours of sleep you would like per night. Then you will be asked when you would like to set a reminder to be asked when to go to sleep. And finally, you will be asked which annoying alarm sound you would want to set. It then gives you some more details on how you can have a better sleep by having a consistent sleep pattern. The two apps that I found that did not have any updates was the Wallet application as well as the videos application. However, this was not the case for the photos application, which has had an entire redesign. There is also a memories tab which uses artificial intelligence to create an album. It uses details such as the location and the people in the photos or videos to create what Apple call a memory. And here is just a quick look at what it produced. You can also have a little bit of a mess around in these settings, and as you'll see, I created a short epic trailer. And be a fucking boss. That's funny. A new application that Apple have added in iOS 10 is the Home application. Now this application can be used to control anything that does use HomeKit. So if you've got any light bulbs, speakers, anything around the house that can be connected to a Wi-Fi bridge, then they can be used in the Home application. As I mentioned earlier, I will have a complete video coming up very soon which shows how to use each of these applications. Guys, if you have made it this far in today's video, then thank you guys very much. If you are new around here, then why not subscribe to be notified when I upload my next video. If you did enjoy today's video, then be sure to smack that like button as it will help the channel grow. If you have got any questions or queries, leave them down in the comment section, but if you want a faster reply, then go ahead and hit me up on Twitter. Follow me on Periscope for live behind the scenes footage, and why not add me up on Snapchat. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.